Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Kyle Johnson, CappersDirect.com, Cappers Nation Live, Friday game day weekend coming up edition. Glad to have everybody here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't think we were going to actually make it live, but we are here. Hold on one quick second, folks. I do apologize. My wife is with her mother at the hospital, so I'm Mr. Thomas, Neverez, Casey, Titus, Laura, welcome, and here. Going to be breaking down some games. Going to do a full recap of the good, the bad, and the really ugly yesterday. Michigan State not coming. 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. Get everything go. And I'm going to be leaving the office here very shortly as well. Big Friday on tap. Definitely have a monster premium play day planned, as well as got to have a huge personal play bounce back day. No doubt about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's start out with the recap. Let's start with the disaster yesterday, my personal plays. One of those really crazy bad days yesterday. The big goose egg for myself. Barely missing the Washington and Cleveland under 231. I think they ended up with 236, and they scored nearly 80 points in the second quarter. So when that happens, there's not much that you can do about it. When a team puts up nearly 80 in a quarter, 50 in the fourth, 52 in the third, and 53 in the first, we were definitely on track. But when they put up 76 total points in the second quarter, there's not that right there. Morehead State shit in the bed against Tennessee Tech. At one point, looked like they were going to be able to pull it off, and they did not. And then Montana laying 5. Montana laying 5 against Idaho State. Up for much of the game, covering big at one point, falling late, and letting us down in a big way yesterday. So that one stunk it up. My game of the week yesterday, Michigan State missing a layup at the very end of the game as well. They were down big at the half, and they definitely made a good effort to come back, but unfortunately, effort alone is not going to cash us any tickets. Effort alone does not cash us any tickets. So they get an A for their effort, for their comeback, but they get that big F at the end of the game, losing 67-63. Yesterday, premium plays was a great day. Should have been 4-0 with the exception of the one loss yesterday. Washington, the Washington Huskies on the money line, minus 115. Small little money line favorite, minus 115. They end up losing by a single point after the entire game to give up one to Washington or to Utah yesterday. That one stunk it up. So to lose with free throws definitely hurts. And they had a chance. They actually had a chance to win the game. Actually, a couple chances to win the game. They couldn't do it. But Green Bay getting the job done against Cleveland State on the money line. That was a nice winner there. William and Mary smashing James Madison, laying 8.5. That was a winner there. And then the free premium play I gave you guys, the LA Lakers laying 5.5. That was a nice big win there. Free premium play on BYU. That was a nice winner there. Free plays finally back on track. 2-0 day yesterday there. Hopefully we'll keep that going. The free play that I put out earlier today when I was driving here should be a nice big win for everybody as well, just like yesterday's free play winner. So premium plays a 3-in-1 day yesterday, much needed in the right direction. My personal plays, definitely looking for that big bounce back today, which will happen. It happens from time to time, and we'll have a nice big bounce back day. That is for sure. So get everything back on track. Have another big winning premium play day today, much needed. They've got 4 premium plays. I've got 3 personal plays. I have not sent out my personal plays yet, so if you're on them, you will get them. I just haven't sent them out yet. I will be sending them out after the live show here in a little bit. We'll be sending them out. Big note to note, UFC for tomorrow. UFC for tomorrow is already posted on the website. Okay, UFC Fight Night 156. Not only is the entire fight package, including every write-up, parlay this week, top fight pick, everything is posted on the website. Guaranteed Max Fight Pick is already there. And let me tell you, FC's Max Fight Pick, guys, out of the last 12 UFC events that he's put out a Max Fight Pick, he is 11-0-1. 11-0-1. Well, technically, I guess it would, but I would probably bet more there, Joe. I would probably bet more in that situation, especially on such a big game. But hey, I guess it's better than me refunding your $50 and then you still being out your bet, right? So you have 2 options here, Joe. We can go back to it being $100, and then you get a full refund if we lose, and then you're stuck with no makeup game. And then you're minus 500 in the hole. But you got your $100 back. Or I can take care of you the next week and get a winner in your pocket, and you could win the money back. And a smart man would actually bet a tad bit more, or a lot more, knowing that we don't lose too many of them. So, back to the UFC, guys. FC's Max Fight Pick. I absolutely love it this week, just like what he put out last week. $25 for his Max Fight Pick. You get instant access to it. If you want to be able to beat some early line movements in the UFC, because there will be some line movements, they're already posted on the website for tomorrow. Weigh-ins. Bringing that national brand awareness. So, but UFC, guys, going to be another big card. UFC Fight Night 166. All right, hang on one second. I don't know where the hell my screen went. Oh, desktop number 1. Definitely will have something special for you guys, Stat Guap. Gennaro says, love Iona. Can we go over it? Absolutely. Eddie Sports Money, when does the double up promo expire? It expires tonight. Tonight is the last night for it. It's over tonight. We don't run it very often. When we do, they run it for a couple of days, and that's it. But it's over tonight. But big UFC sale. I know Laura took advantage of it. Buy 2 months of the UFC. But big UFC sale. I know Laura took advantage of it. Buy 2 months of the UFC at the regular price, so $149.98 for 2 months of the UFC package. And you will get the next one, or not the next one, you get the next 2 months free. So you actually get 4 months of UFC for $149.98. Smoking deal, if you ask me. Smoking deal for 4 months of the UFC. I mean, it ends up being like $937 a week. $937 a week. Not a bad deal. Less than 1/3 of the regular cost. But again, UFC's already posted, guys. The entire fight package is already posted, and the max fight pick. I will be betting the fights as soon as we get off live here. I'll be doing my UFC betting for tomorrow. That way I beat some of the line movements as well. So, with that being said, going to be a short day today. I do have to pick up my little one. My wife is still with her mom at the hospital, so I have to pick up the little one today. And it's actually, I love picking her up, so it's actually a good thing. So, but we're definitely going to break down some games real quick. Have a little bit of fun. And hopefully put you guys all in the right direction. Yesterday, Oregon laying 9.5, winning by 9. I said that would definitely be a tough one there. USC making that big comeback. No, John Jones is in the next pay-per-view event. This is the UFC Fight Night 156 on ESPN Plus. Curtis Blades Jr. Dos Santos' main event. Rafael Dos Anjos, Michael Chiesa, Jordan Espinoza, Alex Perez, Hannah Cyphers, Angela Hill, Jamal Hill, Darko Stosic is also fighting on the main card. Prelims, Bevan Lewis, Daquan Townsend, Arnold Allen, and Nick Lentz is fighting. Justine Kish and Lucy Padova is fighting. Montel Jackson, Corrales, Sarah McMahon, Lena Linsberg, Brett Jones, Johns. So, definitely a hell of a card from the very first prelim fight all the way up to the main one. And Raymond, yes, they still have buy 3 days, get 3 days free. That ends tonight. James H. I don't bet the Pro Bowl. I don't bet the Pro Bowl, and to be honest, I don't pay any attention to it. All-star games are not our thing. Yeah, Stackwop, it's a hell of a UFC card, and as Anthony just pointed out by text message to me, they still have the. They brought it back this weekend, just like they had last Saturday. 4 days of premium plays or my personal plays, guaranteed Saturday, the UFC and the max fight pick, all for $200. So definitely a lot of options there. Definitely a lot of options there. So as we say, it doesn't matter what you guys are moving. We have a package to suit everybody's bankroll and budget, and we'll take care of everybody. We take care of all our clients. As you know, as a lot of you know, and if you're getting taken care of currently, let's just say, for our bowl package people, we all know the bowl package didn't go as according to plan. You guys all got a week of premium plays. On top of that, you also got our big NCAA championship package, which you guys all made an absolute killing on for the championship game. But that week of premium plays was subpar. So we've been still accommodating and giving people free premium plays for quite some time now for people, even other people that signed up in the beginning of the year. We had a bad run. When you have a bad run, there's sometimes there's things that, you can't control. And bad runs, that's where we take care of everybody. And that's why we do what we do. We take care of everybody. And but if you're one of those individuals that are getting taken care of. Well, I can tell you the people that are getting the free premium plays, they're about back to being ahead for the people that are still getting them. So as far as your guys' go, if you want to take advantage of one of those sales, you can jump on one of those sales, and we actually won't run your card. Or not run your card. Sorry, I was reading that text message. We actually won't start your account until your current one ends, and that wins when you get ahead. So if you're getting free plays and you want to renew early because you don't want to miss out one of those sales, feel free to do it. We won't screw you out of any days here. That's for sure. That's for sure. So we'll take care of everybody. Rio C says CD will take care of you. We definitely will. James H, you're going to give out any Super Bowl prop plays? Yeah, we'll have I'm sure we might have one or two that we give out for free. I'm sure we'll have something that, we give out for free, but as far as, the entire prop package, if you guys were on the prop package last year, made an absolute fortune on the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl prop package was absolutely insane. What did we have yesterday? We had over 30 props last year. Absolutely insane winning props. So, and we're gonna do it all again this year. Fred Thomas, you're finally on 5 dimes, ready for those famous props. We'll definitely have some. I'll make sure that I get something out to you guys. But as far as the entire props, the entire prop package for the Super Bowl, all that stuff will be out a little bit later. I was hoping it would be out today, but unfortunately, all of that stuff is not ready yet. I think we still got, 9 days or 8 days, something like that. But the Super Bowl prop package and the Super Bowl and all of that good stuff will be out and about here shortly. All that good information. All of that good information will be out shortly. Thanks, James H. says give a thumbs up. Fast Freddy, did you make a killing catching those freshwater fish? Well, I don't get paid to go catch them. I let them all go. They all survived. I didn't eat one of them. I don't eat fish. Very little. Raymond, I see that you just did that. Thank you. Definitely make sure I have not sent out my personal plays just yet. So I'll make sure that you get on the list. That's for sure. And I do appreciate that. You end up with a double up sale. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free. So thank you, Raymond. Thanks for everybody that jumped on board. Anthony jumping on board the 4 days of premium play. Guaranteed Saturday UFC and Max Fight Pick special. As well as buy 3 days of my personal plays, get 3 days free. Thank you, Anthony, as well. I do appreciate that. Love being able to work with you guys over and over and over continuously. Yeah, Stack Wop, it's definitely getting close to it. So not going to be live for too long today, which I do apologize. I wish I could. I've got a little longer that we can go live, so that's not a problem. We'll still be live for a little while longer. It's weird. My screen it froze, but it's showing up. It froze, but it's showing up normal now. So we'll break down a couple games and put you guys on the right side and put you guys on another free winning play. And yeah, Joe, back to your question. I've got two ways to run that. Either I can go back to the old way, which I don't think was based on what my customers requested. Was the right way. You either got hanging on your bet, but you got your money back, or we make it back to you guys. It's at the PNC Arena, Fast Freddy in Raleigh. They're in Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, I see it freezing on. Seems to be a little lagging. I was watching a couple other shows on the way in on my cell phone listening to it, and they kept locking up as well. If you're new to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. As well as give us a big thumbs up. We appreciate you, Joe. We appreciate you and everybody that tunes in every single day. Because I'll be honest, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have the show. Now, I know I forgot to email out to everybody the last couple days that we were live. That was my fault. Slipped up on that one, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll keep plugging along. They've been a couple short shows this week, but tomorrow's going to be definitely a good one. Celis Colvin says, "What's up, Kyle?" And the rest of the crew yesterday was. I definitely agree with you. Yesterday during the show, free plays were great. 2-1 free plays yesterday. So we're going to jump right into a couple breakdowns. We're going to break down probably the marquee matchup of the day on Fox Sports 1, Wisconsin-Purdue for everybody. I'm going to make a big note on this one. I don't have a play on this one. I do not have a play on this one. This is one game that I don't have a play on. If you're looking for the game number, it's game 865, 866. Wisconsin, Purdue opening up as a 4-point favorite. They're still hovering right around 4. 5 dimes bumped it to 4.5. Stations, believe it or not, has that 3.5. Bovada 4.5. Total opened up at 116. It's up a half a point to 116.5. Caesars actually has it at 117. And I expect the line on that one, on the total, to rise everywhere to 117. Taking a look at both programs side by side. First of all, the Purdue Boilermakers 10-9 straight up. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games and 2 straight. They lost to Illinois, Michigan. They beat Michigan State at home 71-42. They absolutely smashed them. And then they got beat by Maryland on the road 57-50. Then they got beat by the Fighting Illini in Illinois at home 79-62. They're 3-5 in that Big Ten Conference play, guys. Absolutely struggling. They have conference wins over Northwestern, Minnesota, and Michigan State, with their conference losses all to Nebraska, Illinois, Michigan, Maryland, and Illinois again. They've already played them in their home and away, and they beat them in both scenarios. Taking a look at their home court advantage, guys, the Boilermakers playing at the Mackey Arena. No joke, there is a home court advantage. It's got a 4.0 score as far as home court advantage goes, which makes it the 21st toughest place to play in all of Division I. It's the 31st largest, holds 14,804 fans. So the home court advantage is definitely real for Purdue. Taking a look at that, I would give them at least a 2 to 2.5 point edge over Wisconsin, just for the fact that they're playing at home. Put this on a neutral site game, and it may be Purdue laying a half, maybe, laying 1.5, maybe even 1, as far as that goes. But based on current trends and the way teams are rolling right now, they actually may make that line more in favor of Wisconsin. I think there's a little bit of an overreaction overreaction for where the line is at, with Purdue being the favored team here, laying 4, and that line actually increasing to 4.5. The one thing that I do want to look at is I want to take a look at the money aspect. And guys, I don't base any of my bets where the money's coming. All right, it doesn't matter if it's coming on the Boilermakers or if it's coming on the Badgers. I don't base my bets on that. I base when I'm going to bet on that. All right, I base when. Obviously, you want to get the best line possible. 59% of the money coming in right now is rolling in on Wisconsin, 41% on Purdue. However, we're still seeing that line trending in the upward direction. We're seeing a reverse line movement on it by the bookmakers, begging you to bet on Purdue at home, where they have shown some signs of weakness, especially with their loss to Illinois, losing by 17 at home. They had a monster win over Michigan State at home. Minnesota, it took 2 OT to beat them. They smashed Central Michigan at home. They also have a big win over Northwestern, beating them by 14. Virginia, they beat by 29. So, the home court advantage of Purdue, it's definitely real. And before we even take a look at Wisconsin, one thing that you want to note, and one thing that you have to pay attention to, is how does Wisconsin play on the road? Because one, this is not a normal road game. The Boilermakers home court advantage that Matt Painter has for his guys there is definitely a big home court advantage. So right off the top, guys, Wisconsin, the Badgers, 12-7 on the year. Greg Gard's got his program rolling. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games. They did lose an away game to Michigan State, losing 67-55. They've won 2. They've also won a couple home games, and they've won some big, road games, and they've won some big road games. They've got road victories against Penn State, Ohio State, and Tennessee. All right, they've actually won 3 out of their last 4 road games. They've won 3 out of their last 4 road games. They beat Tennessee by 20. They put away Ohio State by 4. And they beat Penn State by 9 on the road. These were all tough road games. They're 5-3 in conference play, guys. They're rolling in the Big Ten with wins over Indiana, Ohio State, Penn State, Maryland, as well as Nebraska, with their 3 losses coming by way of Michigan State back on January 17th on the road. They lost by 12. They lost to Illinois, and they lost to Rutgers. Both conference play games. Other than that, they've got a big win over Indiana. They did beat Marquette in the beginning of the year, but they've struggled against a couple other teams early on, but they seem to fix that problem. Greg Gard seemed to get his team rolling after they lost that little 3-game stretch. They lost 4 out of 5 games back at the end of November to the early part of December, but they've gotten that straightened out. They're definitely the team that's trending in the right direction here, and when you compare them side by side and you take a look at the numbers, first of all, there's no denying Wisconsin has the better offense. Mia Dargan, good morning or good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Wisconsin, based on adjusted efficiencies, definitely has the more efficient offense. They're the better shooting team. They're the more rounded team, and yet they're catching 4.5 points here. Taking a look at the defense, there's no doubt about it. The Boilermakers defense is a top-level defense, but Wisconsin is no slouch either. Purdue comes in with the 14th best defense based on adjusted efficiencies in all of Division I, and Wisconsin not far behind them at 24th, okay? So Wisconsin's defense, no joke either. Pace of play, Purdue is a very slow pace of play team, 19.1 seconds on average per possession, and Wisconsin even slower than that, okay, 20.2 seconds. And, just for reference, as far as, how slow are teams, well, Virginia, okay, Virginia is a 21-second team, 21 seconds on average per possession, okay? So Wisconsin coming in 0.8 of a second slower than them. Purdue, just under 2 seconds slower than them. So these are very slow-paced teams, and we'll always use Virginia as a reference when it comes to a slow team. Wisconsin hitting 50.5% from the field. Purdue struggling just 47.3%. And here's a number in conference play where, and guys, you have to remember Purdue's struggling as of late. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games. In conference play, they're hitting just 41.8% from the field. Their numbers in conference play have all gone down. 3-ball shooting, every 2-point play. Free throw shooting is down to 64% in conference play. Whereas Wisconsin numbers have either stayed the same, similar, or increased and went up. All right? Offensive rebounding capabilities. This is where Purdue excels. They're the 22nd best offensive rebounding team in Division I. On average, 4.8% of all the rebounds are offensive rebounds. That number is still hovering around the 32% in conference play. The problem is they're just not able to do anything with it. Okay, Wisconsin, not the best offensive rebounding team, converting just 25.8% of all their rebounds are offensive rebounds. Mia, you going to Tahoe in 3 weeks? Well, whenever you're there, just look us up. We won't be going anywhere. We're here to help you whenever you need it. Wisconsin, 3-ball shooting. They knocked down 34% of all their 3-point attempts. Purdue, 32.8%. In conference play, guys, Wisconsin's number went up nearly a full point, okay, in conference play. Whereas Purdue actually went from 32.8 to 27.3%. They went down 5.5% for 3-ball shooting in conference play. All those 2-point plays, Purdue struggles 46.2% all year long. That number is down 4% to 42% in conference play. For Wisconsin, guys, they're hitting over 50%, and the numbers hovering around the same. Free throw shooting, Purdue sucks. I'm going to straight up honest with you guys from the charity stripe. There's not many teams worse than them. I think there's 57 teams that shoot worse than them. They're hitting 66% free throw shooting, 64.3% in conference play. Wisconsin is 77% free throw shooting team from the charity stripe. Don't put them on the free throw line because they're going to hurt you. Okay, Wisconsin turnovers, blocks 8.3% of the time, 7.7% for steals. Extremely low numbers. All right, Purdue coming in at 10% for blocks, 7.5 for steals. All right, 2-foul participation, no real advantage. Wisconsin plays roughly 20% of the time in the 2-foul participation protocol per game. On average, 12% for Purdue. That's just coaching style. Yeah, Laura, I did see that myself. I already notified them. It will be changed, I would imagine, in the next couple minutes because I saw it right before I went live. Right before I went live, I saw that they didn't have the right write-up in there. But it should be corrected. If it's not already corrected now, I would imagine in the next couple minutes it'll be corrected. So no real distinct advantage when it comes to the 2-foul participation protocol whatsoever. Taking a look at any height advantage. Is there any real height advantage? Yeah, Purdue over 1.5 inch height advantage on average over every single player. Okay, so that is a definite height advantage. There's a distinct advantage. Is it going to be used in the proper way with Purdue? Well, it should be, but it probably won't based on them losing 4 out of their last 5 games. Point distribution. Wisconsin relies on that 3-ball for 36% of their total points, 32% of the total points for Purdue. Free throw shooting. Wisconsin, 77% free throw shooting team, only relying on 17.7% of their total points to come from the charity stripe. Extremely low number. Extremely low number. Yeah, Randy, the percentage of the Big Ten teams winning at home. It's no joke. The home court advantage is no joke. That's the one thing that has me in this game. I really, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really wanted to be able to make this a play. It was very close to being a premium play myself. And when we didn't make it a premium play, I tried talking myself into it being a personal play, and I just couldn't. I honestly think Wisconsin is the play here. However, that home court advantage that Purdue has, that the Boilermakers get playing at the Mackey Arena, is no joke. I like Wisconsin plus the 4.5. But for me, I didn't play it. Not yet, anyways. It's not going to make my card, but it may be something that I do bet. So, but it being 4.5 at 5 dimes, 4.5 at Bovada, 4.5 at 5 dimes, 4.5 at Bovada. It's trending upwards, even though the money's coming on the other side. We had reverse line movement. So if you're going to bet it, I would bet it sooner rather than later. But again, I do lean towards Wisconsin in this scenario. Next one, we're going to take a look at Marquette and Butler. Another Fox Sports 1 game. It'll be on 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This game will be immediately following the Wisconsin and Purdue game. Okay, we're going from Big Ten to the Big East Conference. You got 15-4 Butler. Laval Jordan's got his team rolling. However, 15-4, and they've lost 3 out of the last 3 games. All right, they've lost 3 straight. They were a 1-loss program before they ran into Seton Hall on the 15th. Ever since the 15th, they've lost 3 straight games. Seton Hall, DePaul, and Villanova. Tough schedule in the Big East Conference. I do give them that. Tough schedule, but they're not winning. All right, they're not winning as of late. They were 3-0 in conference play. They're 3-3 in conference play now. They do have conference wins over St. John's, Creighton, and Providence, so. Taking a look at Marquette, 14-5 on the year. Steve Wanowski's got his Golden Eagles trending and rolling in the right direction. No doubt about it. They're riding a 3-game win streak after losing 3 out of 4 games back in the very beginning of January. They lost to Creighton, Providence, and Seton Hall. They had a win smashed in there in between the Creighton and Providence loss against Villanova when they beat them by 9 at home. Okay, but since their final loss to Seton Hall back on January 11th, they've rattled off 3 straight wins, 2 at home, 1 on the road. They beat Xavier 85-65 at home. They beat Georgetown by 4 on the road, 84-80, and they beat St. John's at home, 82-68. They travel on the road. They have proven that they can win on the road, but they've also struggled on the road. They got wins against Georgetown on the road, Kansas State on the road as well. They've got a couple neutral site games against Davidson and USC as well. But most notably, their Seton Hall and Creighton loss in conference play on the road. Again, another scenario where Big East Conference teams playing at home. The Hinkle Fieldhouse, guys, holds 9,100 fans. It's not a large place, and it doesn't have that big of a home court advantage. 3.1 score, which makes it the 181st toughest place to play, which is right in the middle of the pack. So no real distinct advantage for Laval Jordan and his Butler Bulldogs playing at home. And we've seen that they do have a loss at home. They did lose to Seton Hall at home by 8. Can they get beat at home again? Most notably, and yes, they can. Taking a look at the line on this game. Where did it go? Game 867, 868. Butler opened up as a 5.5-point favorite. That line is up to 6, and it's moving upward to 6.5 right now. There's still a couple books that have it at 6 that just moved it to 6.5. The Stations Casinos here in Vegas has them at 6.5. Bovada has them at 6.5 here, and they've lost 3 straight. They have lost 3 straight games. Taking a look at the side-by-side comparison. First of all, Marquette coming in with a slight edge on offense. Not much, but a slight edge on offense. They do have the 24th best team in Division I based on adjusted efficiencies. Butler 10 spots below them at 34, so not a real advantage there. Where Marquette really excels at the 3 ball, they're struggling converting their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, whereas Butler's just an well-rounded shooting team. Okay, Butler hitting 53.2% from the field, 51.7% for Marquette. Marquette 3-ball shooting. They are the 7th best 3-ball shooting team in all of Division I, hitting 39.6% all year long so far. That Big East Conference, they're the number 2, hitting 35.1%. Butler hitting 35% from all their 3 balls as well. So another exceptional shooting team. That percentage is down a little over almost 2% in conference play though. 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. This is where Marquette has been struggling, hitting just 45.9%. In conference play, they're up a little over 1%. In the 46th percentile. Butler hitting 53%. Conference play, that number dropped 3.5% down to 50%. So there's no real edge in that category for Butler over Marquette with just a couple percent difference. Now, free throw shooting. Marquette is an exceptional free throw shooting team. They're hitting 73% so far all year long. They struggled early on. However, they've picked up their game. Conference play, they're hitting 77% from the charity stripe. Butler, a 71% free throw shooting team all year long and in conference play. Big D Mall in the house. What's going on, brother? Marquette, they rely on that 3-ball. An exceptionally very, very, very potent 3-ball shooting team. They rely on it a lot. Almost 39% of their total points come from out deep. Over 22% from the charity stripe. 30% for the same number for all three-point plays for Butler, as well as just 17% from the charity stripe. Height advantage. No real height advantage. Everything's the same there. Playing time. Cut play, minutes from the bench personnel, roughly the same. 28% for Butler. 33% for Marquette. Two foul participation. There is an advantage, but not a big one. All right, only 6.6% of the time for Marquette. That's on the low side. You can almost round down and say nothing. Okay. However, it's at 23% for Butler, which is still on the lower side. But there is a big difference between both teams. There may be a window of a minute or 2 minutes down low where Marquette will be able to take advantage in the first half, late in the first half against Butler once one of their players reach 2 fouls and let them stay in the game. So, especially if it's Bryce Nas or Aaron Thompson, Jordan Tucker, or heck, Bryce Golden, their big 6'9" monster down there, all right? So they might be able to take, Marquette might be able to take full advantage of that short little windows, and I would definitely look for them, if those situations arise, to use that towards their advantage. Again, this is another situation where I do lean towards the dog. I don't like it enough to want to bet it myself. Not yet anyways. But with the line moving up, it's already moving to 6.5. I can definitely see this one trending in an even more upward direction from where it's at now, especially with 84% of the money coming in on Butler. I would not be surprised at all to see this one hit 7 or 7.5. So I do lean towards Marquette here, plus the points. I would personally wait to bet them. I would wait to get it at 7, if not 7.5, depending on where the line closes. But I would keep an eye on the line. I'd monitor it, and I would definitely keep a close eye on it and take the dog. So there's 2 breakdowns, 2 dog scenarios. Laura, I did get confirmation that the max fight pick and the write-up is up and going. Everything is correct as well. Let's see here. All right, so we're going to do another game here in just a second. You're going to do another game here in just a second. See if we can't do a couple more games for you guys. James says, University of Milwaukee and Green Bay both won and covered yesterday. No way both Wisconsin teams cover tonight. If only that was the best way to predict sports, right? If that was the best way. For everybody that doesn't know, that's just tuning in, first of all, welcome, welcome, welcome. We go live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. Let it get our video trending in the right direction, guys. It definitely helps us when you do hit that thumbs up button. It gets our video trending in the right direction. And the bigger we build this, the more that we will be bringing you guys absolutely free every single day. So definitely hit that thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, take 1 second out of your day, hit the subscribe button right down below. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that little bell right next to it. And then you'll be on your way to getting notified each and every single time we drop a video. You will be notified. Okay? So, also, UFC for tomorrow. The fight picks are already posted on the website. UFC Fight Night 166. $29.99 for the entire card. You'll get... Laura, when will the UFC ticket be posted? They're already posted right now. Let me just make sure that it gave you access to it for that special package that you purchased. Just give me 1 second, Laura. Let me double check because everything's already posted. Package 150. 170. In 1 second, Laura, let me just double check that for you. And for everybody else that's buying it as well. All right, Laura, try now. You should have access to it, and you should be able to see it. But the entire fight card, parlay, top fight picks, strong leans, underdog leans, all those juicy write-ups are already posted on the website. If you were part of the UFC last week, you know how much money you made on it. It's time to do it again. If you were not on it last week, you absolutely missed out. You absolutely missed out. Okay? They do have a special. Buy 2 months of the UFC at $149.98. You get 2 months free. It's $149.98, so it's basically $150 for 4 months. Buy 2 months, get 2 months free. Premium plays, personal plays, those double up sale. Buy 3 days, get 3 days free. Those end tonight. Buy 1 month of premium plays for $9.99. Get 2 months free. You get 3 months for the price of one on sale. That ends tonight as well. That one ends tonight as well. So a lot of good sales ending tonight. And then obviously the UFC package. Those are still ongoing. And then a lot of good times. The 4 days, premium plays or personal plays, guaranteed Saturday. UFC, and as well as the max fight pick for $200. That's probably the best deal, unless you're buying a big package, if you ask me. My personal opinion, anyways. So, in 1 second, folks. Okay. Cato says, anybody on the Milwaukee Bucks against the spread first half? I know somebody posted. I think it was James H. posted that he was. Somebody posted it. Somebody posted it. I don't remember who, but somebody posted that they were. Alrighty, so we're going to do another game day breakdown for you guys. I got a little bit more time. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, folks, okay? I do apologize. I just need to call, make sure my little one's getting picked up, or if I need. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I do apologize. So I've got a few more minutes to spare, and then I will. I have to run. Thank you, Corey, for jumping on board. 4 days of premium plays, guaranteed Saturday, the UFC and the Max Fight Pick. That is awesome, an awesome package, if you ask me. I actually wish they made a week-long one where, and I've been asking them to do this. And how many of you think this would be a good idea? I don't know what they would do it for price-wise, but if they did a week-long package where you got 7 days of the plays, you got my game of the week, you got guaranteed Saturday, you got the UFC, you got the Max Fight Pick. If they just did a smorgasbord, where you got everything, to me personally, that would be the best one rather than a 4-day or a 3-day. So, but 4-day you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. So not a bad deal, but 7 days would be a hell of a lot better. So I'm still working on them for that one. So, and I'm working on them for guaranteed Saturday deal for tomorrow as well. So, with that being said, I do have time for one more breakdown. We're going to break down another game for you guys, and then we're going to put you guys on a free play. Put you guys on another free play, make you some money, and we're going to make it a great day. Okay, we're going to make this a great day, no doubt about it. Morning, William, tuning in via text message. Thank you. And then for everybody that doesn't know, we will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be one hell of a show. All right. Thomas, thanks for tuning in. What's the best deal? There's personal plays. You can pick which one you want. It gets guaranteed Saturday tomorrow, the UFC tomorrow, as well as the UFC Max Fight Pick. You get everything all in one for $200. You still there's a double up sale, buy 3 days, get 3 days free. So, you still have that option. But the one that's got the big guaranteed Saturday play, if you ask me, is the better deal because you get guaranteed Saturday, the UFC, and the Max Fight Pick. Just all that right there is over, $300-400 worth of a package. So I know we got a frozen screen. Let me fix that one. Ryan, what's going on? So just head to the website. Thomas, click on the premium tab, scroll down. There's a package to best suit absolutely everybody's bankroll and budget on there. All right, so the next game that we're going to do, we're going to break down the Kent State and Buffalo game for you guys. A little bit of an earlier one, 6:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Pacific. If you're looking for the game number on this one, guys, it's the first college basketball game on the board. All right, 851, 852. Buffalo opened up as a 4-point favorite. They're now laying 3.5 in this situation. It was down to 3 a little bit ago. It was down to 3 this morning, about an hour and a half before we went live. It was down to 3. It's down to 3, and it's back up to 3.5 right now. So getting a little buyback on it after Buffalo dipped to 3. Total on this one opened up at 155. It's hovering right around 154 to 154.5. I do see 155 in a couple areas as well. Money line on this one is all over the board as well. So definitely going to be a great day and a great game. Taking a look at both programs, Kent State 13-6, guys. The Golden Flashes, they've lost 3 straight games to Miami. Mid-American Conference, guys, they're 3-3 with wins over Bowling Green, Toledo, and Michigan, which was their little 3-game win streak before they had their 3-game skid. Taking a look at the Buffalo Bulls, guys. Jim Whitesell, he's got his team rolling 4-game win streak. They've won. Buffalo Bulls, guys. Jim Whitesell, he's got his team rolling 4-game win streak. They've won 7 out of their last 9 games. Their last 4 wins have came against Miami of Ohio, Central Michigan, and Western Michigan. They're 4-2 in conference play. They started out conference play 0-2 with losses to Northern Illinois and Ball State. Home and away losses. They've snapped out of it. and got a nice big monster bounce back with 4 straight wins in conference play to get them to 4-2 in conference play. Alumni Arena, guys, holds 6,100 fans. There is a home court advantage there of a 3.5 score, which makes it the 99th toughest place to play. Not a huge advantage, but I would definitely give the Bulls from Buffalo a 1.5 to a 2-point advantage there. Taking a look at both programs side by side, Kent State has the more efficient offense as well as the more efficient defense. However, one team's trending a lot more, or one team's trending in a much different direction than the other. They're both going opposite directions. Kent State riding that losing streak, Buffalo finding ways to win. All right, finding ways to win, especially in conference play as well. Kent State hitting 53% from the field, Buffalo 50%. 3-point plays, Buffalo coming in a little bit low at 32%, 35.7% for Kent State. All those 2-point plays, they're both in the 50 percentile, 51.2% for Buffalo, 53% for Kent State. Buffalo struggles to hit free throws. They're a 68% free throw shooting team, whereas Kent State's knocking down 72.9%. However, in conference play, most notably their 3-game losing streak, they're hitting just 68%. So I'm going to say there's no real advantage when it comes to the shooting aspect. However, Kent State's knocking down 41.2% in conference play from out deep, okay, from beyond the arc. One thing that Kent State does exceptionally well is they limit their turnovers on their offensive possessions, okay? That's one thing that they do exceptionally well. Whereas Buffalo, they're an exceptional offensive rebounding team. 34.5% of all the rebounds come from the offensive glass. Huge numbers. And they're able to convert them for points more times than not. All right, 2-foul participation, no advantage for one team or the other. 18.9% 2-foul participation by the Bulls, 15.9% from the Kent State Golden Flashes, guys. Height advantage. There is an inch height advantage, a distinct inch height advantage on average per player for Kent State. They are the bigger team. Bench minutes, they both go to the bench for roughly the same amount of 26% total. They both rely on the 3-ball for over 31% for Buffalo, 34.5% for Kent State. And this is one area, where Buffalo's going to have to be on their game. Buffalo's going to have to defend the 3-ball exceptionally well against Kent State on the road. Okay, well, Kent State being the road team. Free throw shooting. Both are only relying on 15% of their total points to come from the charity stripe. They rely a bulk of their points to be from the 2-point plays, both teams. Guys, some may agree with me, some may not. However, I do think it's going to be a nice big win for you and everybody as well. We actually gave it out. It's a free premium play. So some of you, a lot of you probably already have this one. I know we gave out a premium play yesterday. My personal plays, be glad I didn't give you one yesterday. All right, they had a big disaster of a day. So we'll get you guys on a personal play tomorrow after I get everything straightened out today and get everything back on track for you guys. Want to keep the free plays rolling. I want nothing more than another 2-0 for free plays for you guys. Okay. Definitely want, hold on one second. Want to keep the free plays rolling. I do believe this is definitely going to be a nice big win. We took Buffalo. However, we took it as a twist. All right, there's been a tiny bit of a line movement here in this game. It's a free premium play. We took Buffalo, but we took them on the money line. Okay, they were laying 3.5. The line dropped to 3 when we put it out. It dropped the money line down to 160. Okay, but the money line has came up a little bit. I've bet it. Everybody's bet it so far. That's on our premium plays. Caesar still has that minus 160, but it's trending in the upward direction. So if you're going to take Buffalo on the money line, you want to bet it before you lose the value. Why did we take it on the money line at minus 160? It's minus 165 right now at 5 dimes. The reason why we took it at the money line is they were laying 3. We have to win by 4 to cover. I think this one will probably be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a landslide blowout victory. The home court advantage for the Buffalo Bulls is not that big. They have, the recent head-to-head matchup history. They did absolutely smoke Kent State last year, guys. They beat them 80-57 last year on the road. And I think they get the victory today. I don't think it's going to be a landslide. So rather than lay 3 or 3.5 minus $1.10 and have to win by 4, I'd rather lay 50 cents juice more and take them on the money line. And it doesn't matter if they win by 1 or they win by 30 today. We're going to get a nice big victory. We're gonna get a nice big victory. So to me, myself, and us here, the play for us is on the money line. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's a lot of juice." It's not a lot of juice. It's not a lot of juice. If you think minus 160 is a lot of juice, wait until baseball, and you probably shouldn't bet, because last time I checked, juice is just a number that it costs to actually bet the game, and juice only matters if you lose. So, with that being said, Ryan says, no kidding, minus 330 Kershaw. How about Macy Barber, minus 900 in the UFC, losing last week? You know what I mean? So, there's the free premium play for everybody. It's on the screen. And remember, it's going to be a great day. I actually can't wait for what we have today. And actually, to be honest, I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a special day. Ryan, did I have that? No, I did not bet Macy Barber minus 900. I was just using that for reference. People think a minus 150 or minus 160 is a lot of juice. Hell, I've had people tell me, no, they're not going to bet something because it's minus 145. Okay. Then they definitely shouldn't take a look at baseball lines or the NHL lines, right? No, definitely didn't have a minus 900. That's for sure. So again, guys, 4 days of premium plays, 4 days of my personal plays. You get to pick which one you want. You get guaranteed Saturday, the UFC Max Fight Pick, $200. UFC is already posted for everybody that doesn't know. The UFC Fight Night, 166 for tomorrow. The entire fight package is already posted on the website. The Max Fight Pick is already posted on the website as well. $25 guaranteed a winner. You get the next one absolutely free. And if you guys aren't aware, the Max Fight Picks, 11-0-1, 11 wins and a draw in the last 12. And UFC, buy 2 months, get 2 months free. $149.98. Buy 2 months, get buy 2 months, get 2 months free. So you're getting 4 months for the price of 2. Absolutely smoking deal. Ends up being like $9 a week. Never as Casey, when do you have to sign up by Guaranteed Saturday? I'm not sure of the start time for it yet, but as obviously if you sign up by the morning, you should be good. So I'm not sure of the exact start time just yet. I'll know here in a little bit. I know what the game is, but I didn't look to see what the start time was. I apologize. But it'll be posted on the website later tonight. Guaranteed Saturday will be on the website later tonight. So you can bet it. The sooner you sign up, the better. And I will tell you this much. They did put it on sale, $50. So we haven't had Guaranteed Saturday at $50 in a long time. So enjoy, guys. Enjoy that free play. Ty, it was Buffalo on the money line, minus 160 when we gave it out. It's slowly creeping up, so I'd bet it sooner than later. So with that being said, folks, I'm going to get out of here and go pick up my little one. Let's all have a great day today. Let's make a boatload of money. If you're on my personal plays, we will have that monster bounce back just like we always do. It's coming, guys. All right. Premium plays, we'll keep them on track. 3-1 yesterday. They should have went 4-0. with the Washington game losing by not even a bucket, losing by 1 point and missing the winning shot. So premium plays will have another winning day today. They've been trending in the right direction with a couple split days mixed in, going 2 and 2s. But we'll keep them on the right direction. Everybody knows we own the weekends, and the weekend all starts now. So let's all have a great time. Let's all have a great time, and let's have some fun. All right, let's have some fun. So we'll talk about the Super Bowl and the prop bets and all of that tomorrow as well with the big announcement as well. So enjoy, guys. Good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid. And remember, guys, tomorrow Saturday, so we'll be live dark and early in the morning, 9 a.m. on the East Coast, 6 on the West Coast. When your other cappers sleeping off their hangover and their coke habits, we'll still be here live breaking down games for you guys. All right? So with that being said, let's make a boatload of money. All right, guys, take it easy. Good luck, and we'll see you guys all soon. Thanks, guys.